The 2013 World Series getting underway at Fenway Park in Boston. It is the St. Louis Cardinals and Boston Red Sox locking horns for the fourth time in history and for the first time since 2004. Adam Wainwright opposed by John Lester on Wednesday night. As Fenway Park all decked out for this one, Mary J. Blige belting out the national anthem. Carl Yastrzemski with the ceremonial first pitch. Picking up bottom one, Wainwright in some trouble. It is 2-1 and 1 away for David Ortiz. He bounces it to the right side. The toss to Pete Kozma, but the ball deflecting off his glove. Now initially, second base umpire Dana DeMuth calls Dustin Pedroia out at second base. But as you watch the replay, it is pretty clear that Kozma comes nowhere close to catching this ball. John Farrell comes out to argue his point. The umpires get together and the call was reversed. That brings out Mike Matheny, but his argument falls on deaf ears. So that sets the stage for the next Red Sox batter, Mike Napoli.
Swinging, there's a shot. Rifle in the left center. It's into the alley. It's on the grass. It's on the track. It's up against the wall. Ellsbury scores. Pedroia scores. Big Poppy turning around. He will score. He slides in. That's a three-run double. 3-0 Boston.
WEEI with the call. What a turn of events in the first inning. Now let's check out Lester in the top of the second as he was looking good. Lester facing Yadier Molina. That's a called third strike. And then it's David Freese, a similar fate. 3-0 it remains. Let's go bottom two. Leading off the frame is Stephen Drew. Now usually not much comes in between Wainwright and Molina, but this time the ball does. It is a leadoff single for Drew. Later in the inning, it's 2-1 and 1 away for Shane Victorino. He sends it to Kozma. That's his second error of the night. So that loads the bases. And the Cardinals having all sorts of problems in the field. Next batter for the Red Sox is Dustin Pedroia. He finds the hole on the left side. Ribby single to make it a 4-0 game. Next batter for the Red Sox is David Ortiz. As he looks to make this a really big inning for the Red Sox, Ortiz drills it high and deep to right field. Could it be his second grand slam of the playoffs? Not quite. Carlos Beltran, a great grab to rob Ortiz up the granny. It's a sac fly nonetheless, but Beltran slamming hard into the wall on this catch. He suffers a rib contusion and left the game in the third. X-rays negative. Beltran is day to day. Let's pick it up top four. Alvin Craig, his first action since September 4th. In the DH spot in game one, he singles here to make it 2-1 with 1 away. Two batters later, bases now loaded, still just 1 out. It is David Freese at the plate.
Here it is, and David Freese swings and grounds it to the pitcher. Stabbed by Lester to the plate, out onto first. Double play. 1, 2, 3.
WEEI with the call. Top five, Lester dealing to Matt Adams, who leads off the inning. Adams smacks it into left field. Johnny Gomes comes on to make a great diving grab. That's out number one. What a play there by Gomes. But later in the inning, it is second and third, 2 men away for Beltran's replacement, John Jay, bouncing this one up the middle. Nice play by Stephen Drew to retire the side. Let's go bottom five. It is Dustin Pedroia who leads off the frame, facing Wainwright. Petey sends it deep down the right field line. Shane Robinson with a great grab into the wall. Robinson moving over into right field after Beltran departed. Let's go back to Lester as he works in the top of the sixth, facing Alvin Craig with 1 man away. And Craig looks at strike 3. That's out number 2. Then David Freese down in the 7th. And then it's Shane Robinson, the swing and a miss. Lester ties a career postseason high with 8 Ks in game 1. Bottom 7 after Pedroia reached on a 2-out error that would have closed out the inning. It is Ortiz back at the plate, now facing Kevin Segrist.
He swings and drives one high and deep, right center field, back by the bullpen. Robinson, and you can forget about this one. A 2-run homer for David Ortiz, and the Red Sox lead it 7-0. A high towering blast out where the pitchers sit in the Red Sox bullpen. 7-0 Boston.
WEEI once again, Ortiz's 16th career postseason homer. That ties Carlos Beltran for 8th on the all-time list. Back to Lester in the 8th. As he faces Matt Carpenter, the harmless fly towards left center. Jacoby Ellsbury puts this one away. That was Lester's final pitch. Following 7 2/3 scoreless innings, he gives up just 5 hits and the rousing ovation from the Fenway faithful. A Matt Holliday 9th inning homer ruined the shutout bid, but the Red Sox win game 1 nonetheless 8-1 as they stretch their World Series winning streak to 9. John Lester became just the 3rd pitcher in history to have scoreless outings in each of his first 2 World Series starts. The others are Madison Bumgarner and Christy Mathewson, who did it in his first 3 starts. For more on the Red Sox Game 1 victory, here's Tim McMaster and Jack Morris from Fenway Park.
The Adam Wainwright we saw in Game 1 of the World Series, not the Adam Wainwright we're used to seeing in the postseason. 5 innings, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, and he just didn't have it early on.
You know, it looked like he came out a little tentative. He couldn't get the breaking ball over in the first couple innings. He finally found it, but it was already too late. He has to throw strikes, command the strike zone early. He didn't do that early today.
And 2 of those runs unearned. As I said, the defense didn't help him out either.
Well, that's the problem there, too. In fact, he hurt himself with the ball that he should have caught. He called it, and then he looked at his catcher. Little confusion, ball drops, no good.
On the other side of things, John Lester, a special night, 7 2/3 scoreless frames for him. He was just on from the start.
You know, John Lester came out and he commanded the strike zone early. He threw strike 1 right away. He got out of the first inning with only 4 hitters at the plate, and he was able to pinpoint the ball in and out. He really had good command tonight.
The Red Sox win their 9th consecutive World Series game. For Jack Morris, I'm Tim McMaster for MLB.com.